Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Derby I don't know the area, it's near Little Eaton. We'll call it Derby, then I won't get it wrong. So anyway, we're going over to Little Brewing for a barrel aged, well, I think it's barrel aged. Yeah, barrel aged Christmas pudding porter. Last year's pud. It's got the wax top on it, so I'm not looking forward to trying getting that off because these bloody wax things are a bit of a pain in the backside. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get it off. And that's interesting finding them because it may come to the time that when I'm reading at least and looking at my phone, that I really do need to start using glasses just to aid the eyes and take the strain off. Yeah, fucking hell, look right twat. Oh no, it's hurting my eyes just putting these on. So like I say, only for when I'm reading. Need a knife. Or a screwdriver. A screwdriver. I need the screwdriver, man. I got the screwdriver anyway, man. There's always something to come to the rescue, you know. There we go. So, oh yeah, man. Underneath the wax, yeah, bro. Peeled it off. Look at that. I get there. It's coming home. Well, no, it isn't. I apologise to any football fans out there again. There's rumours that Klopp is going to be the manager of England. That's an interesting thing. I would have said the only two people in the world that I'd love to see manage England is Klopp or Guardiola. Guardiola's living Man City this year. Oh. Hear that? So let this steam out, let the air out. So, yeah, Klopp as manager. Wow. So it's dissipating quick, as you can see. Look in the. Sometimes it happens. That sealed it well. That wax did, didn't it? Hey, did a good job of sealing it. Blooming heck. Going nowhere, Yolf. Alright. Let's try again. Yeah, it's fine now. Right. We'll get on with the beer review in a minute. Yeah, that on the camera. So yeah, Christmas pudding porter, and as you can see, it's quite like a dark browny colour rather than most of the time black. More like a barley wine, what you would associate with barley wine. Although my friend did say that porters are meant to be more this colour than like a black colour. I'm not that much a studier of beer. I drink the stuff, I don't really study it. So let's try these glasses for reading purposes. Oh, my eyes. We took our pud and popped it into a very special whiskey cask I left it to do its magic for a whole 12 months. The result, well, we think it's incredible. The ABV is 12%. Brewed in the UK by a Little Brewing Company, but it's got their old DE23 postcode. They're now DE21. So it's DE21 4BN is their postcode. As you can see, it's got a lot of carbonation going off there. It's really, the widget at the bottom is really pumping that carbonation up. 12%. Can't be 12% on a work night, can you? I've just had some great news that that the person I work with is not at their work tomorrow. Hey. Yeah. Although today's been a good day, to be fair. Only once did I clock him doing nothing and staring over and see what I was doing, and it's like, get on with some work, duck. So as you can see, it's a lively pour. Did get dried fruit aroma there on that, but it really is lively. Maybe it should have come out of a fridge rather than where we are in the beer room. So, you know, that might be on me. So sometimes you have to take the hit, you know. I do have a fridge in it, but I can't be bothered to put beers in the fridge, to take out the fridge, to put back in the fridge and do all that. I mean, one day, if I get one day, you know, an fridge, stand-up fridge that I can put the beers in so they're chilled at all times, that'd be amazing. One, I'm not rich, so it is what it is. I'm getting them Christmas pudding vibes though. Oh, getting that flipping out, getting that aroma and that ABV. Bloody hell. Whew. That's got some potency to it. In the ABV ranks, it's a decent sized bottle as well, 500ml bottle. I thought it was bigger, to be fair. Set you back about £9. Bearing in mind, duty these days is the killer. Anything over 8.4 gets walloped. So if you didn't know already, I assume most beer drinkers know this, but not everyone does. You know, who knows everything? No one. And if you do think you know everything, you're wrong. But Google will come to your aid anyway. You know, it is what it is. Still so lively. Look at that carbonation that's belting from there. You can see it. I've never seen the widget on this do its job so good. With a lively pour. So I went over to the tap room the other day. Check out my Little Brewing tap room review if you want to know about it. Little Brewing beer halls. This was one of the beers for obvious reasons. And check out the beer halls. And check out the videos on the miscellaneous videos and beer halls folder. On the Raggy's Beer Reviews YouTube page. So all there's plenty of videos from Little Brewing. I took about 5 videos that day to give everyone the best view of this brewery and it's amazing tap room. You know, I do wish them the best. I hope they get some tap takeovers in Nottingham as well to enhance their what they're doing. I put it in the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival glass because I'm hoping that Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, you know, next year consider Little Brewing. A full-on craft beer brewery, not a brewery trying to do one and the other, not really either. We've got enough of them in Nottingham already. Without being horrible, you know, we have breweries. Should we say not a clear mandate of what they are. And I bought this up the other week. You know, some breweries are modern traditional, some are craft, and then there's the ones in between that people look at. And I don't mean me. I know what the breweries do. I see it all the time. Some breweries are doing both mod, trad and craft, and doing a fair job of it actually. And in that sector, you would definitely put Blue Monkey and Magpie Brewery in that sector. Both do modern traditional, and then both do a bit of craft as well. Both got good brewers working for them who know their stuff in that sector. Castle Rock did do some craft, however the craft was technically not their craft because it was made at Attic, Aurora Craft Beer Brewery. They do some bits on the pilot project, however pilot project for me needs more kit, and you know, instead of doing a brew a week or however many brews, it needs to be brewed on a daily basis, bringing out the craft beers, chucking it into the pubs, and they've certainly got the pubs to chuck out some craft beer, and then do a larger scale craft beer. But for the most part, they're mod trad. Anyway, let's forget about them breweries. It's not their review. So, but you know where I'm coming from on that side of things. Oh. So I am getting the Christmas pudding flavours off this, and I'm getting an incredible amount of ABV. That 12% really shows its face. Wow. I would consider this a sharing bottle. Don't try and drink it all yourself. Kick your backside. I promise I won't neck it all before I go up the arse. It reminds me. Slot these Little Brewing beers on the beer wall. I've made some inroads into the mountain of beers that I had, and yeah, I will not be buying any more beers for a while, he says. I keep saying it and I keep, you know, getting it wrong, but that is what it is on that side of things. Can't really more, can you? Wow, that is it's a statement beer. I know it's a porter, but I get more barley wine vibes from it. Christmas pudding flavours coming through. The whiskey, barrel-aged whiskey element certainly coming into play. And whoa. Pour the rest in. There we go. Yeah. It gets me to thinking about the brew that I'm going to do in not July, September. So in September I'm going to do 2 brews for Christmas. So I'm going to barrel age, and I'm going to leave them in the barrel as well. I'm going to drink from the barrel. So I've literally not got a massive amount of time to drink them. Once I crack them open, that is. I do want to do some. I love this experimenting. I don't think I'll ever, unless I win money and go on the lottery and win money, and then do, you know, make a proper setup. I don't think I'll ever go into it fully. I like the fact that with beer kits it's over in 20 minutes, and you know, it is what it is on that side of things. But I'm definitely looking at a barley wine, possibly an imperial stout. Kits, and then basically maybe a little bit more ABV chucked in for good measure, and then using the essence of bourbon in one, like a bourbon barley wine, and then in the whiskey, in the imperial stout, maybe a peaty whiskey, and just chucking the bottles of essence in. The bottles of essence will do 3 litres of wine, and obviously a whiskey rather, using it with 40%. So it's still spirits, you know. But by doing that, it will, and aging it in the barrel. And even though it's a plastic barrel, I've aged beers in plastic barrels, and they've turned out amazing. And the sticky toffee pudding one I did last year for my Raggy's renewal was aged for about 4 months, and it turned out absolutely stunning. The first night, me and Red Dog Ales, we had some, and even he said, "Bloody hell, that's unbelievable." And you know, from a commercial brewer and you know, a respected YouTuber to turn around and say that, that for me was amazing. And everybody at the beer festival who had it directly from the barrel said, "Wow, it was stunning. I gotta be honest." So using my barrels for that, and is an avenue that I like to go down. I mean, I have put red wine in the barrels before, red wine, and yeah, my R's and W's. That turned out amazing too. So yeah. Bit of a longer review, bit of a chit chat review, bit of talking about homebrew, and letting the beer. Bloody hell, I'm walloped. It's actually gave me a walloping. And sometimes, you know, it's not the ABV of a beer that gives you a walloping, but it's a new style of beer that just kicks your backside. And this is one of those beers that, yeah. So, going back to Little Brewing, as I should be doing really, being as it's their beer. And if the guys watch this video, I don't know if they watch videos. I don't know if any brewery watches any videos. You know, I even when I'm trying to be a good beer reviewer and do a beer review that's absolutely nails it, and then you get nothing, and it's like, okay. And I thought I did a good review, and then you'll do a crap review, and you get loads of people commenting, and it's like, oh well, yeah. But it is what it is. Can't change that side of things in the world. So I'll just do what I do, and I hope people appreciate in some ways. For me, it's my way of having a beer down the shed, and talking about the day I've had, and trying to be, decent to the people that met the beer, because I know how tough the beer industry is, or can be. For me, Little Brewing, since they rebranded from Little Over into Little Brewing, and then, went fully down the craft beer route with branding that was absolutely... I think the Little Brewing's branding, as you can see here and here, it's absolutely spot on. You know it's a Little Brewing beer because the branding's on point. And a lot of breweries can learn from this, with their branding. And then obviously getting the beer right is obviously, part of that equation. Although with beer, our perceptions of the branding leads us to the mod trad or craft beer. So it brings that bit into the equation again. And we look at, as a gardener, I look at what other people do. And if someone's doing something better than me and easier, but certainly better, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll take what you've done and I'll adapt it to my own ways and methods. And cheers. In some ways, that's how the world is. That's how all the world is. Everybody takes, adapts, and claims it as their own. My gosh. So this is an immense beer, forget all the rattling. It's an immense beer. Getting through the wax at the first, well, that's a good bit of fun. I'd use either a pair of scissors, but be careful not to stab yourself, or a screwdriver, a flat screwdriver, to get that bugger off. Once you pass that, be careful of it may be the heat in the beer room that's done it. So if it's in the fridge, different element altogether. Same with taste. From a fridge, different. I did get the Christmas pudding vibes, but I also got the whiskey vibes, and I certainly got the ABV vibes. I do wonder if it was 12% and it's gone up, because it feels stronger than 12%. I have no idea of knowing this. You take what it says on the bottle. But having done beers myself, where you do them, you taste them first, and you get a vibe of how they taste. Well, you know how they taste because you get the reading. And some beers didn't quite ferment out properly initially. Then you put the sugar in for the second fermentation, and they've gone crazy on the sugar. And the yeast, whatever yeast elements are in there, and they've bumped it up even more. Although every good brewery these days would not admit to it. It's 8.4. Yeah. No, surely it's 8.7. No, we're not calling it 8.7. It's 8.4. Yeah. Duty. I wonder if that'll be the thing in the future. Where breweries say, well, yeah, it may be a certain ABV, but it may be stronger, Lucky Dip. Lucky Dip is a great name for a beer, isn't it? So I enjoyed this. That's the colour. The colour is a porter, for me, in the old style sense of what a porter colour should be, as I've been told anyway. I always thought porters were black, same as stouts, but no, not quite. Would I drink this again? I probably won't come across this again, but I would. Yeah. Not on the night when I'm knackered, tired, half asleep, and then drink it, and I feel walloped. Yeah, not on that night. But yeah, For me, good 4.4 out of 5. Certainly delivered some interesting aspects, and all the best to the great people at Little Brewing. Hopefully I'll get over soon. Derby, I mean, I live in Nottingham, and I hate travelling, I've got to be honest. But going to decent places with decent people, yeah, it's something, you know. And the wife's looking for a new car, so Derby seems to be the place where you get decent cars. Certainly not Leicester, for reasons. And yeah, Nottingham's full of crooks as well. Cheers all.